going on, people? Myke C-Town here, and welcome to another episode of The Wrap Up. And yes, I am still doing these. Yeah, this is still a very new series on this channel, and those of you that watched the first two episodes will remember that I said that these were going to drop at the end of every month. I did it for 2 months, man. I think that's pretty impressive. As you can tell right now, this is being recorded on August 11th. So I imagine it'll go up around the 12th, which is not exactly the end of the month. It's more like the middle of the month. So yes, I missed July. I put down that I was going to drop them at the end of every month because I wanted to put myself on a schedule. But those of you that watch this channel, man, and have been watching for a while, y'all know that I can't stick to schedules for shit. So this is just another example. But I didn't want to just skip the video. I definitely want to do one for July. So here it is. For those of you that kind of just stumbled upon this video, the whole idea of this series was to do a video covering the rap albums that I had been really enjoying for that month, which is why they were supposed to be dropping at the end of the month. So yeah, they're supposed to be between 3, 4, I was even gonna try to do up to 5 albums per video, making these kind of short, but yeah, I'm just gonna do 2 for this video because if I waited any longer, this was gonna end up dropping at the end of August, which means I would have skipped a month. So yeah, I'm going to talk about 2 albums that I was listening to a lot throughout last month. So yeah, the first album I want to talk about is Service Merchandise by the group Previous Industries. And this came out on June 28th. And yeah, Previous Industries is Open Myke Eagle, Still Rift, and Video Dave. I was sent this album by someone, man. I don't remember who it was. I feel like it was someone that worked directly with the group, but I looked and I can't find the email because I was gonna give that person a shout out. So now I'm starting to wonder if I just made up this entire thing or if this actually happened. Like, is this some weird Fight Club shit where, I don't know, we're like a worthless wannabe pseudo journalist is like battling with this imaginary PR person or something, but like, I swear someone sent this to me. But anyways, I was really interested in listening to this. I'm always on board for anything Open Myke Eagle related, and I love his chemistry with Video Dave. The only one I wasn't really familiar with is Still Rift. But yeah, I really enjoyed this project. It opens up with Showbiz, which has this really mellow beat from Child Actor with this prominent bass sound that is really nice. And there's some random vocal samples that are going on throughout the beat. And normally this would be really distracting, but somehow Child Actor makes it work really well here. And I love the way Still Rift kicks this off. My name is Still Rift, pronounced with the napalm. Keep calm and carry on. Right arm of Megatron. Blueprint of Babylon. Silent Terra Graviton. The False Alarm. The second song, Pliers, though, is one of my favorites on here, man. I love the dark beat with these unorthodox synth sounds and what sounds like this twisted, like manipulated guitar sample or something. But yeah, and the rapping on this is really dope. I love this line from Open Myke Eagle where he says, "I'm half myth, half memory. I'm hugging on the land like a centipede." And this line from Still Rift is just stellar. "Grip on all my vices cause they hold me back. My vices love it when I grip them, and I know because they hold me back." There's just like double entendres or triple entendres. I don't know what you call it. A whole bunch of fucking entendres in that shit. It's so incredibly dope. Montgomery Ward is another nice one. I love the kind of bouncy but soulful beat that almost sounds like someone took an old record player and scratched it to the point where it's just skipping and playing the same part over and over again. And I mean that in a good way because it's really, really cool the way they did that. And I really like how Still Rift kicked it off. He sounds a bit aggressive, which I wouldn't really expect for a beat like this, but it worked really well. And I was hyped to see Queen Heroine from the Juggernauts on this track. I don't hear her do a whole lot of features, so this was really cool. And she fits in perfectly here with this beat and with these MCs. I just loved it. Video Dave's verse on this song is great. Like, I cannot tell you how many times this line jumps in my head when he says, we got south, east, west, north, put it all together and it spells song. That's what I'm on. I can't do it like he does, but and I don't even know why that line is so fucking funny to me, but it will randomly pop in my head. Brushing my teeth, it spells song. Cooking breakfast, it spells so. That's still the teeth brushing, but you get it. Like, that line is hilarious to me, and I don't even know how you come up with this shit. I really don't get it. But I also like where he says, man, that's some horse shit. Don't look me in the mouth, I'm gifted. Need to get my grill fixed. That line is really dope, man. I love the whole take on the don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Like, that's a really cool way to say that, if that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's saying. But yeah, I thought that shit was really dope. And I loved Open Mike Eagle's entire verse. He has so many clever lines on this song, but I really like how he kicked it off. Is change truly possible? Can something realistically move the obstacles? Can I turn this inclement weather tropical? With or without a war machine, because I'm so tired of living here. There's something beautiful about those bars, man. I just really like it. And another one of my favorite jams on this project, Dominic's. I love that beat so much. The drums are great. The sample that they use is great. It's got a bit more of an upbeat feel to it than some of the other songs on here. And I think everyone just sounds fantastic on this song. Still riff, he kills it, and yeah, this line is great. Choking on a coping mechanism while the wheel of fortune spins like a religion. And Quelle Chris comes out swinging immediately. Drop out the Sambo, trying to make the Billy D's niggas flip for cheese on you like Lando. And I love when he said, my vision's scored by Hans Zimmer on shrooms. God damn, like, that's such a vivid line. Like, I feel like I can almost hear it. But yeah, all in all, I really like this album, man. I've been listening to it a lot. I feel like it's a fun listen with all the awkward humor, but it's also a fun listen because these guys are all laying down some top-notch rapping. And the best part about it is, if you didn't know better, you wouldn't think that this was their debut album. You would think this is 3 or 4 albums in, because the chemistry that these guys have is absolutely undeniable, man. Like, they sound like they've been rapping together forever. It's really impressive, and it sounds like they're having fun while recording this. There's few groups that you can put them on and you can just kind of tell that they're in a room having a good old time. Like, I immediately think of Souls of Mischief when I think of rap groups like that. But when listening to this project, the immediate thought that popped in my head is that this was like the second coming of De La or something. And I wrestled with putting that in the video because, you know, De La is still here. They're still an active group. So if they're still here, can there be a second coming? Is that insulting? I don't know. It just gives me those De La vibes in that quirky way that they all rap, and with how they fit so well with each other while giving these distinctly different vibes to their verses. You know what I mean? Like, De La does that. Previous Industries does that. Not saying they sound the same. I'm just saying the vibe is similar. But yeah, if you have not listened to this album, make sure you check it out. And the other project that I listened to a lot throughout the month of July, Lupe Fiasco, Samurai. Yeah, so this album also came out June 28th. And I had a lot of folks hit me up about reviewing it with my homies at Dead End, and I just never got around to asking or even considering it, because this was just a really busy time for me. As I always say, like, I got so much shit going on. But yeah, but I definitely wanted to cover this in some way, shape, or form, so that's why it's being talked about here. But yeah, this being Lupe's 9th album, and y'all already know that Lupe drops an album, I'm gonna run my mouth about it somehow. And yeah, I love when Lupe drops shit, man. The albums are always an adventure, and this one was definitely that. So a lot of folks who are Lupe fans know that this was sort of drawn from this idea of Amy Winehouse being a battle rapper. And it's based on a section from her documentary where she was talking about writing some battle raps. And somehow Lupe decided to craft an album after that. I would never think anyone would think to do something like this. And when someone says, well, if anybody can do it, it's Lupe. Sure, but I wouldn't even think Lupe would think about doing this. Like, it's just such an interesting but also bizarre idea. But there's this huge part of me that just thought it was so cool that he was doing this. So when this album came out, I think I took a day or two before I actually listened to it. So I already knew the concept. So going in, I was like, this is gonna be a weird fucking album. But yeah, man, it starts with the song Samurai, the title track. And on first listen, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I was not expecting this. I love that beat. I love the boom bap drums. I love the horns. This beat is just perfect. And I love what Lupe is doing with this hook. I'm not gonna try to sing it, but it's like, I got these really neat, very beautifully alliterated little battle raps for you. Yeah, I lied about not trying to sing that shit. It gets stuck in my head like all the time. It's either that or is spelled song. One of those things is almost always stuck in my head. And on this song, Lupe's setting up the story of Amy and what's about to go down with the rest of this album, but the rapping on this is absolutely masterclass. I love this line. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Met 'em all live with the jazz guys. So you can already talk about, yes, she usually plays with the jazz band, but I love the one-woman gala line describing how stylish Amy Winehouse was without having ties to the gala, right? And then the next line starts with met 'em all live, met, calling back to the repeated instances of gala, met gala. It's almost exhausting how fucking good he is at rapping. And then the song Mumble Rap goes further into her story and how she decides to start rapping. And this is through meeting a man in the park. But it's like this dream sequence, which I find extremely interesting. But the most interesting thing here is the third verse, because Lupe goes to another planet on this shit. Like, it's absolutely amazing. Don't get hit by the split-second Smith & Wesson lips. Full-on hollow tips, please. Tell the best on your list. This is death with a kiss, and they gotta swallow fire if they trying to follow this with a style similar to riding around looking for an arrest to resist. Holy fuck, man. Like, god damn. And the insane rapping continues on Cake. Like, this one describes Amy's thrill after her first battle rap competition, and again, I love the hook. It's beautiful, but the rapping on here is just incredible. Like, it feels like it's undeniably impressive rapping. And I swear, Soundtrack and his co-conspirators, they are crazy for the production that's on Number One Headband. Everything on this beat sounds amazing. The drums, the horns, the fucking xylophone or whatever the hell that is, man. It is beautiful. Okay, beautiful. And again, Lupe rides this beat like very few others can do. It's just really impressive. The song Bigfoot sees Lupe discussing the stress of being an artist, particularly a performing artist. And I love this line. These are the times that I wish I had a mask like I'm Daft, waiting on my break with no signatures on my cast. Mask, Daft Punk, obviously, but man, it's just the way Lupe puts shit that is just so beautiful, man. And I love the way the album ends with Till Eternity. This beautiful beat, man, centered on this very simple piano riff and these really crisp drums. And I love the way that the horns come in and out of this beat. And Lupe's rapping on this is just unbelievable. And it's not only unbelievable due to how incredibly well Lupe is rapping here, it's also due to the pocket that he finds on this beat. It's almost like the beat was crafted around his verse. It's almost like the beat is weaving in and out of his verse as he's going. It's hard to describe, but once you hear it, I feel like you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is just an incredibly well-composed song and a perfect ender for an incredible album. If y'all haven't seen it, I did a mid-year best of video with my guys at Dead End Hip Hop. I forget what month it was, 2 months ago maybe. I'll link it down in the description section. But yeah, you'll see I was playfully giving them shit for how low they had this album on their best of list. This album to me is just fucking great. And the rapping on this entire project is some of the best rapping that I've heard all year. And you know, when Lupe raps, you know Lupe's gonna rap. But this shit, his internal rhyme schemes, his I don't know, fairly standard rhyme schemes, everything that he's doing is so intricate on this project that sometimes I'll sit down and I'm like, how does he write like this? And the production that he's going over, this is some of the best production that I've heard Lupe rap over. But I think that maybe it threw some people off because it wasn't what they were expecting. But I think that's dope. Don't let people always over expect what you're gonna give them. You know, not like this is completely left field, but it's just not quite what I was thinking Lupe was about to give us. But yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed this project. And yeah, that's it. I was gonna cover the new Eminem album, but yeah, maybe I'll do that for the next one that would be coming out in like a couple of weeks. Hopefully, don't hold me to that because y'all know how I am. But yeah, hopefully y'all are enjoying these. I definitely want to do them more and get it to where I'm covering more projects. I listen to a lot of rap music. It's just I don't always want to cover a lot of rap music, but I'd like to have like 4 albums in these videos. So keep with me and I'm gonna keep at it. But as always, thank you for watching these videos. Hopefully you enjoy them. And thank you for living, thank you for loving, thank you for being you. And I will see y'all next time. All right? Peace out, boy.